Hello everyone! Today I will introduce a beloved Korean card game called Gostop. It uses 48 flower cards and 2 more joker cards. If you want to jump straight to the game manual, check the timestamp below. Gostop is a popular gambling game, especially among grandmothers who are quite skilled at it. The game has made appearances in well-known Korean films and dramas, such as Minari, When Lives Give You Tangerines, Reply 1988. It is common for families to play Gostop during holidays. Interestingly, playing Gostop is also believed to be good for preventing dementia. This means that the rules are quite complicated, but once you understand them, you will fall in love with Gostop. I decided to introduce the rules from A to G. This is gonna be the most detailed video about Gostop. Hwatu was originally transmitted from Japan to Korea, but since it has been modified and the game is now played in a unique way in Korea. Simply put, match cards from your hand with those on the table to score points. Collecting a certain number of specific cards make each point. The player who first scores 3 points is winner. The player can choose either go or stop. If you set go, continue the game to aim for more points. And if you set stop, end the game with the current score and confirm the victory. At the end of the game, each player pays the winner an amount corresponding to the winner's score. You can only make pairs with cards from the same month. So first, let me introduce the flower cards. The set consists of 48 cards divided by the months from January to December, with 4 cards corresponding to each month. You don't need to memorize the months or name of the cards. What you need to do is look at the cards, see which ones belong to the same month, and match them together. However, to get familiar with the cards, I will quickly explain what each title means in English. January, songhak means pine tree. February, 매화 means plum blossom. March, 벚꽃 means cherry blossom. April, 흑사리 means wisteria. May, 난초 means iris. June, 모랑 means peony. July, 홍사리, bush clover. August, 공산 means just an empty mountain. September, 국화 means chrysanthemum. October, 단풍 means maple. November, 오동 means paulownia tree. And December, 비 means just raining, so you can see the man using umbrella because it is raining. This tiny color text is related to scoring, which I will explain later, so you can ignore that for now. Just notice that the December cards are something you should be careful about. They are sometimes considered trap-like or less useful cards. Gostop is typically played by 3 players. While there are versions for 2 or 4 people, today I'll explain the game based on 3. Each player gets 7 cards. 6 cards are placed face up on the table. The rest are in a drop pile. Starting from the dealer, take turns going counterclockwise. On your turn, put 1 card from your hand onto the table. Then flip over the top card from the draw pile and place it on the table. If either card you place it matches the same month as a card on the table, you can take both cards and keep them in front of you. Arrange the cards you picked up by their type. The turn may be over without gaining any cards. Like this, continue the game until someone gets 3 points. Scoring in Gostop can be quite complicated. I will explain it step by step and then show you a summary table at the end. There are 4 main types of cards you can collect. Each type has its own value and helps you build up points. P is just the normal junk cards. There are 22 ordinary P cards in total, with 2 cards for each month from January to November. Since there are many P cards, they are worth small points. If you collect 10 P, you get 1 point. And when you get each additional P card beyond 10, earn 1 additional point per card. For example, 10 P cards are 1 point. Eleven P cards are 2 points. 12 P cards are 3 points. Now you're the winner because you made 3 points. And there are double P cards, so they help you score faster. You have to memorize these 3 double P cards. The Joker cards acts as a double P. I will tell you more functions of the Joker cards at the end. The upcoming rules are a bit complicated and it's normal if you can't understand everything right away. So I recommend watching the video up to this point and starting with a simple version of the game. Whoever collects P cards to reach 3 points first wins. As you become more comfortable, you can gradually introduce the additional rules. Gwang cards are special cards with the mark on them. There are 5 Gwang cards total. If you collect 3 Gwang, you get 3 points. You have to be careful for the December card. This card is P Gwang, and if you include this in your 3 Gwang collection, you get 2 points, not 3. If you get 4 Gwang, you get 4 points. 5 Gwang, you get 15 points. Yeol-kkeut refers to flower cards that have animals or special pictures on them. This card is called Gukjin. It's a bit special because it can be used either as a double P or as a Yeol-kkeut. If you collect 5 Yeol-kkeut cards, you earn 1 point. For each extra Yeol-kkeut card, you get 1 more point. If you win the game while holding 7 or more Yeol-kkeut cards, the special rule called 멍텅구리 double or 멍따 is applied, and your total score is doubled. If you collect these 3 birds, you earn 5 points. This is called Godori. Be careful, the bird from December doesn't count as a Godori. Dan cards have a ribbon on them. There are 3 types of dan sets: 초단, 홍단, and 정단. 초단 is a set of 3 ribbon cards without any writing. If you collect all 3 초단 cards, you get 3 points. And be careful, the ribbon card from December doesn't count as a 초단. Hongdan is a set of 3 ribbon cards with writing on them. If you collect all 3 Hongdan cards, you can get 3 points. Cheongdan is a set of 3 blue ribbon cards with writing. If you collect all 3 Cheongdan cards, you get 3 points. And if you collect 5 down cards in total, you get 1 point. Every extra ribbon gives you plus 1 point. Now I will explain some special rules that make the game funnier. When you have 3 identical cards in your hand, you can reveal them to other players. Announce and shake, and continue playing. If you win the game after shaking, your final score is doubled. If you play all 3 identical cards at once on the matching cards on the table, you can declare bump and take 1 piece from each opponent. If you win the game, final score is doubled. If you play a card without matching any card on the table, but then draw a card from the deck that perfectly matches, it's called Chok. When you succeed in a joke, you receive 1 piece from each opponent. If another player has no P cards at all, you don't take any from them. If there are only a few cards on the table and you take all of them at once, it's called a sweep. When this happens, you also receive 1 piece from each opponent. When there are 2 cards of the same mass on the table, and you play a matching card from your hand and then flip over another matching card from the draw pile, this situation is called Ttadak. When Ttadak happens, receive 1 piece from each of the other players. When you try to capture a card by playing one from your hand but accidentally draw the exact same card from the deck too, it's called bug. You cannot bring them now. If another player captures a bug created by you, he will earn 1 piece from each opponent. If you end up capturing your own bug, you receive 2 piece from each opponent. If you are holding all 4 cards of the same mass, this is called President. You can reveal them to the other players and immediately end the game. You are a winner with 3 points. If no player reaches 3 points by the time all cards have been played, it results in a nagari. When a nagari occurs, the game is restarted from the beginning. However, the points for the next game will be doubled. If a bug happens during the very first turn, the player immediately receives money corresponding to 3 points. So if you were playing with the $1 bet per point, when you make a first bug, you will receive $3 from each of the other 2 players. If you make bug again right after the first bug, the player immediately receives an amount equivalent to 6 points. If a player causes bug 3 times in total, he is winner. Do you remember the Ttadak? If you successfully achieve a Ttadak on the very first turn, you immediately receive money corresponding to 3 points. If the situation when winner score points with 3 or more Gwang cards and another player has 0 Gwang cards, the player must pay double to the winner at the end. If the winner scores points by collecting 10 or more pick cards, and another player has 5 or fewer pick cards, that player must pay double to the winner. If a player has collected no pick cards at all, the payback does not apply. When a player declares go, the game continues. If the player who called go successfully scores additional points, they'll receive a bonus point and can decide again whether to go or stop. These are bonus points from declaring go. However, if another player reaches 3 points before the go color earns more points, the winner changes, and the right to choose go or stop shifts to the new player. When the new winner declares stop and the game ends, the previous go color pays for all other players alone instead of everyone paying the winner separately. This is a heavy penalty called go back. Jokers are usually treated as double pick cards. Since jokers owe an extra role when you play a joker from your hand, you can immediately draw 1 card from the deck. If a joker is flipped during play, another card must be flipped right away. If a bug occurs, joker become locked with the bug stack and cannot be taken separately. The player who gets the bug stack also gets the joker, making it a valuable jackpot catch. During the initial deal, if a joker appears on the floor, the dealer gets it and fills the missing spot by drawing from the deck. At the beginning of the first game, players drew cards face down to determine the dealer. The player who got the highest mouse card becomes the dealer. The dealer then shuffles the cards and passes a portion of the deck to the player on his left. This step prevents cheating by ensuring the dealer cannot manipulate the deck. Cards are dealt counterclockwise. First, 4 cards to each player and 3 to the floor. Then 3 cards to each player and another 3 to the floor. In the next round, the winner of the previous game becomes the dealer. In Korea, gambling is illegal, so people usually play Gostop with fake money or very small amounts of money. You can think of it as betting around 1 cent per point. Please remember not to gamble with large amounts of money, because it can be dangerous. Now I will show you the scoring table I created. If anything is confusing, you are always welcome to ask by comment. This is a challenge for you. Don't worry, there's an explanation later to help you out. As a side note, if you visit Korea, you will find souvenir shops selling region-specific Hwatu sets. This one is a set I bought during a trip to Jeju Island. It's really cute. I definitely recommend it as a gift. If I get a chance next time, I will upload a video showing an actual Gostop net or explaining the two-player rules. For next, I will come back with Godori again. Thank you for taking your time. Good luck!